We are.
We are. It says web stream is streaming.
All
Webinar
right.
is streaming.
Perfect. All right, everybody, welcome to How to Feel Worthy and Deserving of Your Big Business Goals. You know me, I'm your host, Christine McAllister, and I could not be more excited to welcome our guest today to share her magic with all of us, because what I know to be true is that for this topic, this is the woman you need to hear from.
Thank you.
Tracy Litt. Tracy Litt is lit, probably the oldest joke in the book for her. She and I met at a retreat hosted by our mutual dear friend, Emily Benson. And I knew when I heard her talk that I needed to share her and her message with you. You know how important I feel mindset is. You know I talk about it all the time. And this woman is a mindset mentor master. So we are so lucky to be hearing from Tracy Litt today to learn all about how to actually feel worthy and deserving of your big business dreams. Because here's the thing, as I'm sure she's going to tell us, feeling worthy and deserving of them is actually the thing that allows them to happen. Not just working harder, not working all the time, but feeling worthy and deserving of it. So Tracy, welcome.
Thank you. I am so thrilled to be here, to be hanging out with you, to be hanging out with all of you that are watching us. Hello, hello. Oh, you nailed it right there. You nailed it. Because I will say that all of the hustling and the efforting and the strategery that I just invented that word, and all of these things outside of ourselves that we do as business owners are completely ineffective and useless if you haven't and aren't practicing your cultivation of knowing that you are worthy, deserving, totally enough, and everything you want wants you, and that is the truth.
Chills.
Right?
Okay, Tracy, why is that true? Because as high achievers, we really resist this idea that, that it's feeling good that's going to work for us.
Well, feeling good flies in the face of a high achiever's construct and core belief system, right? Because inherent to being a high achiever, it means that, and I will say I used to be one, not one as like anymore. The whole connection is our productivity and our achievement is our value.
Yes. Yes. Work is worth.
Right, which is just wrong, everyone. It's just wrong. Okay? It's wrong. It's a paradigm under which we were raised. It makes complete sense as to how we got here, because we were brought up in a do more, faster, very capitalistic, greed pushed, externally circumstance and possession driven society. And we were raised to, hey, the closer you get to getting that corner office, the more valuable you are.
Yep.
Right? That's kind of the construct itself. When in actual fact, your value is inherent. It's actually fixed. You don't become more valuable or less valuable. You can't achieve more and then turn around and go, see, I'm extra enough. It doesn't actually work that way, right? So the idea that it's not the striving and the achievement that makes you valuable and worthy. It's the fact that you're human and you were born, and it's your birthright, and it's inherent, and it's not negotiable, and you're not going to do more to be more or do less to be less. You woke up today, everyone. Guess what? You're worthy, you're enough, you matter, you're significant, and you have all the power.
I
Right?
love that. Yes.
So and then it takes away the striving and the hustle, and it has to be hard for it to work, and I have to put in 16 hours. And even when I'm with my family, I'm still, and you guys all know this, you're physically with your family or with your spouse or with your girlfriends, but back here, you're just so not present. You're like, oh shit, I have that launch, that offer, what am I going to do for that? I got to work on my book chapter. Oh my god, and if this works, and what if that doesn't work? You're missing out. You're missing out. So we
Yep.
have to be able to stop that. And the only way to stop that is to shift the fundamental belief into a place of, oh, I am enough right now. Boom, done. Because then we can do the magical work. And then you're able to call in and be available for your possibilities and the synchronicities that we need for our dreams to expand. Because you're looking at it through the lens of, I am worthy of my dreams. Like, I am worthy. Say it right now. I am worthy of my dreams.
Worthy of my dreams.
You are. We all are.
I love that. And so for somebody who's sitting there going, yeah, but everything that I accomplished in my life, I accomplished through hard work. Like, how can I trust that this isn't going to turn me just into a lazy slob? If I believe I'm enough, will I become a lazy slob?
It's so good that you're bringing this up, because I did a live this morning. Love Smack is happening right now. I'm having a 21-day elevated conversation on what it actually means to love yourself and honor your worth.
Beautiful.
And what I talked about today was self-compassion. And what I debunked was the number one belief that's actually stopping you and all of us from practicing more self-compassion is the belief that if I'm kinder and gentler on myself, I'll become lazy.
Yep.
And when I say that out loud, can we just talk about how ridiculous that sounds? Like, we're an intelligent group of people. That, like, we have to look at things at face value. One of the fundamentals of my work and mindset, right, and being the level of mastery that I am, is don't believe a thought you think, not one thought, right? So if we sit here and go, wait a second, so if I'm nice to myself, I'm going to be lazy? Like, can we question that? Right? And I get it. It's how we were raised. Pressure, 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 do, more and more and more. But in actual fact, when you don't shame yourself, when you don't beat yourself up, right? When you meet yourself with a grace and a gentleness and a kindness that turns into encouragement and cheerleading and rallying, where you're lifting yourself up, now you're really going to soar. Because you're not spending hours of your day depleted in guilt and frustration and self-flagellation and all of the things that bring our emotions and our energetic level down throughout the day, right? We don't play in that space anymore, because you're going, hey girl, you did great. It didn't go the way you thought. No biggie. Let's get back out there. I love you. You're doing amazing things. Versus what the voice inside your head sounds like when you are a self-proclaimed high achiever who feels like, unless I achieve, I'll never make it. Right?
Yes.
And I think I want to say something else that's important. None of this omits hard work. Okay? Can we clear that up? Like, it's just entrepreneur to entrepreneur. There is also no world where you're just going to be like, or get into such an energetic jet stream that things are just going to come knocking on your front door. That's not the message. It is about hard work. Hard work is a beautiful thing, but not all the time, not 16 hours a day, not when you're done with your present moment work, turning around and spending the rest of the hours of your day being consumed by it, being stressed by it, and being fixated on it.
Yes. Thank you for that. That's a beautiful distinction. Now, Tracy and I met recently, and we're both authors, and I came home and cracked open her book and couldn't put it down. So I feel like I've got it right here, actually. Oh, look, it's even got a sticky note on it.
Yeah, I love that.
I'm going to go through this and see all the pages that I marked a number. I basically was just like, I better stop dog-earing these pages because every single one of them is dog-eared. So it's just such a beautiful, it's called Worthy Human. It's such a beautiful introduction, explanation, and deeper examination of these concepts that you're talking about, right? Of worthiness, of enoughness, of deservingness. Like, and one thing that I really love about it, Tracy, like, obviously I read a lot of mindset books, right? But like, one thing that I really love about it is how you call out that we are now living with the opportunity to adopt a new and different paradigm, right? Because one of the things that I talk a lot about is how, like, our DNA hasn't caught up to the opportunities that we have now. But I think the way that you put it, with it can help clear up a lot of the guilt that we can feel around leaving our tribe, around it being easier for us than it was for our parents or our grandparents. So can you talk about that a little bit and explain that to everyone?
Yes, absolutely. Well, I think the first part is realizing that there's a whole new way to live, right? We are here alive in a time of consciousness, in a time of neuroplasticity, in a time where we are telling you, hey, it's not just the way you are, right? And you are plastic and we are malleable and we can change our minds and we can absolutely build new pathways in our brain so that we can think differently, so that we can become different, right? So that we can shed. In the book, I call it the drip process, right? Which is what your great grandma dripped on your mom, what your mom dripped on you, and what you're dripping on your kids. You have this opportunity to come in and shift and change and heal some of those ancestral wounds as well, right? So that you can show up differently because we can be different. There is a whole different way to live where stress and overwhelm isn't a badge of honor.
Yep.
Right? Where I'm just so busy, I'm so busy, I'm so busy is not seen as a plus,
Yep.
right? But in the world of achievement and doing, it is. It's like, oh my God, is someone giving an award for this? Because I swear I'm going to win the stress and overwhelm award, right? but what we've learned is that way of living has actually dropped us into anxiety and depression and low self-esteem and an obsessive comparison and taking things personally, right?
Yep.
Which is blocking us. So it's time to make new choices. And it becomes that easy, right? You guys want to change, make a new choice in a moment where you would have made an old choice. It is actually that simple.
Right. Right. It seems to me like a lot of times it's the giving ourselves the permission for it to be easier, especially as entrepreneurs. Like one of the things that I see us making really, a way that I see us making things really hard on ourselves is like, we have this idea that when we start, a lot of us do, when we start a business, because we have access to 4.5 billion people online and because everyone's out there saying start a business, we feel like we should be able to do it, figure it out on our own and for free. And we put this pressure on ourselves to do that when we forget that our parents or our grandparents had to mortgage, borrow, put everything on the line in order to become entrepreneurs, right? Like we won't allow ourselves to get the support. We won't allow ourselves to invest in the thing, whatever it is, right? A lot of times, well, the business has to prove itself before I can hire someone to help me make the business successful, right? Like this crazy backwards thinking.
Yes.
And I think that is something that I just want to call out in this space. And I would love to hear your thoughts on that because this is such a big example of where the paradigm has the opportunity to be new.
Yes. Well, I think what's happening and ultimately what we're talking about is creating a new paradigm where investing in ourselves is the primary goal, right? Is prioritizing ourselves, our energy, whether we're health and wellness, mindset, whatever it is. Investing in yourself will always give you the biggest ROI. Again, this is an opportunity. We have to be the change, as cliche as that sounds, right? That's what it means to be the change, to realize, like, wait a second, investing in yourself is the ticket. And you want to do some deep growth work right now? Tell me what's stopping you from investing in yourself. I know the answer, right? You don't believe it's possible. You don't believe in yourself. If I gave you the same solution for your best friend, your spouse, or your kid, you would be jumping, falling over yourself trying to invest. But I turn around and I say, hey, guess what? I got something and it's going to help you. Now you're too busy. You don't have time. The schedule is too crazy. You don't have enough money. What? Because it's a you thing. Because this is actually your lack of seeing it this way is a representation of how you're not valuing your worth, how you're not honoring yourself.
Boom.
It's true. It's the truth. And it's coming in Love Smack. One of the ways that you love yourself, you invest in yourself. You see the value. You see that healing those wounds, that seeing your life differently, that learning how to think, that being a beautiful adult learner, that the growth. You guys, that's why we're here. You want to know why you feel perpetually stuck? because you're looking at every answer except you. That's why, right?
Yes.
Yes, like that's why we're here. We're here for three purposes: healing, growth, and expansion. That's it. Your passion, different dialogue, right? That's what we do. Your passion is a different conversation. Your purpose as a human and spiritual being is to invest in yourself and do the work. And then all of a sudden, these symptoms that you have just go away. Just like that. They're just like, oh, bye, bye, worry, anxiety, rumination, resentment, which is ironically, we're talking about business, right? And I keep coming back to this because that's where we miss the mark. We look for the external answer, we look for the 10-step funnel. Until you do this work, nothing will change.
I could not agree with you more. And I just love the way that you say it and the energy that you have behind this, right? The work that you've done, the way that you studied, the way that you present this. It's so relatable. It's so accessible. It's so simple, but it's also so profound, right?
Mm-hmm.
So talk to me about, we talked a little bit about self-compassion. Talk to me about self-care, because I know there are a lot of people here who have a judgment around self-care, who have a that it's not worthwhile, or that I don't have time for that, I don't have money for that, whatever it is, right? Whatever their thing is, belief around it. But also, sometimes we need a strong enough potential result in order to do the uncomfortable thing. So talk to us about the power of self-care and about celebrating even the smallest wins in order to get more of what you want.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. So the reason why I'm going to give you a whole new construct of self-care in a second. The reason why self-care and celebrating the tiny moments, I call them yay me's. Yay me, right? So everybody just decide right now, what's your yay me? Yay me, I sat outside and drank coffee without looking at my phone this morning. Yay me, I didn't flip my shit on my kids. Yay me, I went Facebook Live today. Whatever, right? Yay me, I woke up today. I don't care what it is.
Yes.
Into the practice. It's not about climbing Machu Picchu. It's about the practice of celebrating yourself, right? Because nothing is more powerful than the praise you give yourself and the words you say to yourself. Okay? Nothing. Your mouth, your ears are the closest things together. What you say to yourself becomes you, right? So if you can make praise, self-praise, really familiar, yay me's, like yay, yay, your whole day where you're just throw your hands up or just say it inside, right? What you're actually doing, here we go with the drum roll, is self-care. Okay? Because my agitation towards self-care is that it cannot be a perpetual conversation about a spa day or a pedicure or taking a nap. If you are not doing those basic things, please contact one of us immediately. I don't even understand. Right? And I'll tell you what's stopping you from that is what we talked about at the beginning of our hangout, which is the belief system that you can't stop, that you gotta go, 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 right?
Yep.
And this is so important. What happens in your nervous system, what happens with your fear response, when you're someone who has historically go, 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 achieve, 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 and now you come and you hang out with us and we're asking you to chill out and slow down and create space and connect to yourself, your nervous system is going to freak out.
Yep.
Freak out. The level of unfamiliarity for an achiever to drop into inner work, let's just umbrella it, right? Consciousness, awareness, thought work, mindset work, worth work, any of those things. So unfamiliar to your system that has to-do lists for your to-do lists.
Yes.
That when you get quiet, right? Oh shit.
Yep.
All the stuff starts rising, right? The emotion, the suppression, the thoughts, the questioning, the stuff you've archived for 20 years. And it's really uncomfortable.
Yes.
but it's a requirement, right? It's a requirement, because the only way to feel like you're not missing out on your life and to be able to be in the energetic vibe to attract all the beautiful things that you deserve in your business, your relationships, et cetera, is to allow yourself to love yourself enough to go to the depths of that discomfort, to call in the unfamiliar, because you can't run at this rate forever.
Yes.
You just can't. At some point, the universe is going to clock you over the head and stop you in your tracks, whether it's a business failure or a physical disease, right? Or a catalyst of a relationship failing or something. And I say, why wait for a catalyst when you can just choose?
Yes. Yes.
Right? Like, why do we have to wait for something hellacious to strike to wake up?
Yep. Yep. I agree with you so much. So I want to like kind of piggyback on that a little bit and talk about some of the big, I think, like triggers or things that are confusing for us around this mindset stuff. And one of them is the idea of control. I think so many of us like to feel, I use that word intentionally, right? We like to feel in control, right? That's the reason we like checking things off a to-do list, having a productive day, doing the things, right? Can you talk to us about this idea of control?
Yeah, so it's one of my favorite topics. I'm a totally recovering control freak. Like, hand up, I'm at the meeting, I lead the meeting, I am the meeting. Let me just drop you. You guys will really love this. So I used to be a control freak to such an nth degree that when I started dating my now husband, I was handwriting envelopes for a party I was having, an annual party. And he comes over all sweet. He's like, "Hey, babe," he's like, "I see you have like 100 envelopes to do. Let me help you. I'll address them." So I said, "Okay, cool. Take a scrap paper and show me your handwriting." And he goes, "Are you like asking me for a writing sample right now?" I was like, "Yeah, I am. Why?" He was like, "Holy control. I'm out. I'm not going to help you." And I was like, "Fine, don't help me." But the fact that I was that, like, I could have been done in half the time. Did I really care? Like, how fabulous everybody's address looked on something that's going to go in the garbage as soon as they get the invitation? What was happening? Whoa, the control was happening, right? So I get you. I feel you. I am you. Control is, in the book, I have a chapter about our life suckers. Control is one of our life suckers, right? It's a habit. So just know this just right off the bat. First, it's a habit of control. You aren't control, right? It's not who you are. It is a habit of control. So more than likely, it came as some sort of compensating strategy to something that happened to you growing up, right? It was how you felt the sense of, if you had a lot of lack of control, if there was a lot of unknowns, if you had a divorced family, if you had some sort of trauma, something that happened when you were younger, creating the illusion of control creates the illusion of safety.
Yes.
Yep. So that's really what's happening when we are living in such a high sense of control, because we feel like I got to control something. I'll just start with everything.
Okay.
Right? Even though the truth about control, like my favorite meme about control is relax. Nothing's under control. Right? Because nothing is under control. And our minds hate the unknown so much that even if you're going to fake yourself out, your mind would prefer that soothing, fictitious safety
Yes.
than allow you to open yourself up to go, I have no idea what's going to happen in a minute. Right? Because that just puts our minds into a place where the wiring doesn't work as well, as how we're wired to work. So I think control is one of those things when you work on it, right? And I like to, you make change in small incremental shifts, right? Like, just know that that's part of what makes change really effective and sustainable. You're not going to go from, I'm never going to control again, I'm control free, and no, because you're going to tripwire your fear response even more, and it's going to shut you down because you're trying to change too fast, right? But just noticing, start to bring awareness to how control feels in your body. That's step one, right? Because your body is communicating to you your feelings, and then you can start to do the thought work. We don't start with the thought work. We start with, okay, awareness, connection to our body. Like, for me, I can feel control in my knees. Everyone feels it somewhere different. It might be your pits, your sweat, your throat, it might be your chest, your gut, whatever. And then I would just know, okay, so interesting. There's that feeling. Take a breath. Okay, right? And then literally you guys do this. Like open your chest up, kind of like you're sticking your boobies out, and drop your shoulders down and just kind of like shake your arms out and start to feel like a little bit of a physical release, like it's okay, right? Start loosey goosey. Because we hold all our control in our bodies, especially if you have a lot of tension and neck pain, that's where your control lives. And then you can start to feel the relaxation in your body. Then you can go up into your mind and you can start to think new thoughts about it, like serenity prayer, right? Was constructed for control freaks, right? Giving you I forget the exact prayer right now on the spot, but give you the wisdom to help affect the things I can change. I'm actually going to need to look it up. It's going to
Courage to change the things I can. Wisdom to know the difference.
Yes. So if you're in a situation where you can affect or impact, make a new choice. Otherwise, let it go. Let it go, because the energy of control, right? We're talking about also building big businesses, worthiness of your dreams, calling things in. You are only able to create and experience what you attract. And the energy of control, you guys, is like this.
Yes.
It's like white knuckle, tight, totally blocking what we need for what we want, which is this, right? The openness and the allowance to let in the possibility, to increase our energetic frequency, to be available. When you're in control like this, you're not seeing anything, right? And you're actually cutting off, from a brain standpoint, you're cutting off your flow. You're actually cutting off you're in control, you're in stress, you're still in fight, flight, or freeze in some capacity on the spectrum when you're in control. And that actually shuts your mind down from being open to be like, oh, that idea, that I'm gonna do, that. So,
yes.
massive, massive.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I would love to hear your thoughts on sort of the opposite of that, which is this idea of detachment, right? I feel like this is such a nebulous concept for so many of us. And I feel like it's also really important because that is where a lot of the magic happens. Can you explain it in your Tracy Litt way that I know we will all love?
Thank you. I love you. I'm so grateful for this. Yeah. So to me, so it's attachment versus detachment, right? So what it really looks like, if you are someone who's in control, you experience a ton of expectations, and you're very outcome focused, right? So when you are focused on the outcome, so we're having a business context dialogue. So let's say you're building a program and you're going to offer this beautiful program. If your energy and focus and attention is in the outcome, well, how's it going to go? I don't know how it's going to go. I need this exact many people. This is exactly how it's going to be. And you are outcome focused, which means you are now attached to what happens in the outcome. Okay. That's attachment. That's energetic blockage. Because with all of the knowledge we have, mindset, manifestation, and all of it, you still don't get to know. You just don't get to know. You just don't. That's the beauty of the unfamiliarity and the unknownness of what it means to be a human being, right?
Mhm.
So what we want to do instead is bring our energy, focus, and attention into process, right? It's choosing process over outcome. It's choosing the magnificent woman you're becoming over where you're going to land. It's choosing present moment and immersion into, like, here I am with Christine right now. Yes, yes, yes. Versus any potential outcome that could be outlying in the future, right?
Yep.
So to detach means to go from the white knuckling into the loosey goosey, right? To start adopting, embracing, and practicing on the daily. Everything always happens to my highest good.
Yeah.
Everything. And I know Christine and I have both had experiences where in the depths of the darkest moments, you want to look up and go, how the hell is this happening for my highest good? you don't get to know that either. It's part of being in that detachment and being present in what's going on with the overarching truth, because you guys, it's the truth. Where you are is never where you're going to land. Ever, 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 right? And the universe is conspiring in your favor. And you don't get to judge what lessons you need to learn, right? That's the problem. We go, well, if it's in my favor, then it's everything that I want. It's everything that I'm going to like. And no, not even close. What it is everything that your soul, your experience, your past, your you needs to learn. And sometimes it's painful. And sometimes it's really, really hard, right? But when you live under that arch, being someone who practices detachment, and I want to underscore that word, you don't just become detached. Let's just clear this up about all growth work. You don't just become empowered one day and then you're done. You don't just become detached and one day you're done. You just don't stop controlling and worrying one day and you're done. Practice is a practice. Yoga is a practice. Working out is a practice. Eating healthy is a practice. Practice. You don't just say, oh, I'm compassionate all the time. No, you practice it. You aware, you moment to moment choose, right? So when you practice detachment, you release control, you release expectations, and you put yourself into like the beauty of, I'm not worried about the end game. I'm just going to be in the experience of who I'm becoming and where I am right now, and be so wrapped up in the presence of that attachment doesn't even enter your periphery anymore. That's what detachment is to me.
I love that. And you know, what comes to mind for me is that we're talking about these project-based outcomes, right? Getting the clients, creating the thing, doing the launching, whatever. And I think it's so easy for us to get focused on the outcome. And a lot of people say, like, get real focused on the outcome, get attached, basically. And I realized a long time ago that never didn't work for me or my people, right? Like, that's why I say I like disagree with SMART goals. Like, they don't work for me. They're probably not going to work for you, right? Like, but it's also a microcosm of, well, the entrepreneurial journey, but also the lifelong journey, right? Like, a lot of times we think, okay, when I make that first XK month, 10K month, whatever, when I make my first 6 figures, then I'll be, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the truth is, like, 99.9% of being an entrepreneur or of being a human is the journey, not any individual outcome along the way or the outcome at the end of X thing, right?
Yes. And I love that you just brought that up, because it weaves in this whole topic so gorgeously. One of the chapters or choices in my book, right? Because I call them choices because everything's in choice. Everything you're experiencing now is a choice. Yes, everything, what you tolerate, what you allow, all of it. And in there, I talk about giving yourself permission to be happy, right? Introducing that old construct, because we've all suffered from it. Don't think you don't. We all do, right? Because we were raised that way. When this happens, then I'll finally feel, right? If this goes down like this, then I will finally feel, which leads into the topic of this, which is feeling your deservancy, which is, I made that word up, right? Your deservancy, feeling it, feeling happy, feeling like you are here to do your thing, to serve your people, right? That's all about creating and living in the feeling now, not making that feeling contingent on when. So if you were struggling with, but I don't feel worthy, then that means you were attached to measuring it against something that was going to happen in the business.
Yeah.
The feeling comes first. I feel worthy. I feel elated. I feel of service. I feel happy. I'm so fortunate. I love what I'm doing. That's what we need to do to actually have all the things, right? Which is another shift in how we were raised. It's not waiting to see the thing and then feel it. It's cultivating these feelings in you. So whatever feelings you want to say, okay, well, let's play the game. You have it all right now. Let's just pretend you got it all. It's just lockstep. Boom, 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 boom. How are you feeling? Probably feeling worthy, elated, satisfied, really proud of yourself. Maybe a little jazzed up, right? Like, yeah, when I go tell my besties about my epicness. Drop into that right now, because that's how powerful your inner power is. That's what it means to understand how to access your humanness on a different level. That's what it means to actively love yourself and honor your worth while you're running your mind. those things allow you to drop into those emotions right now. Like, yes, because why wait? Why
Yes.
wait? And that's actually the ticket. That's the key.
Oh, so good. Tracy, I could literally talk to you all day. I love, is she not amazing, everyone? I love Tracy. I love her book, Worthy Human. Get it. I highly recommend it. You're going to love it as much as I do. Thank you, Tracy.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And it's now also available on Audible on Amazon. And I did the audio, so you can listen to me in your ears.
Yes, so perfect. So I recorded my own Audible too, right? And it's so fun when it's the author and you have this amazing energy and you're fun to listen to. So I'm so happy that you did that. Now, I want to give everybody the opportunity to hear what you have coming up. The book is amazing, but obviously your energy and your presence and your you-ness
Thank you.
is even more amazing. So tell us how we can get more of you.
Thank you. Thank you. I love my Eunice. Yes, my Eunice. We all have a Eunice. So I am most excited to invite all of you to Worthy Human Live. So my book is Worthy Human. The movement is the Worthy Human Revolution. It's founded in mindset and worth work. And I will say this as a successful entrepreneur and as an online entrepreneur, nothing is more critical than getting in a room. Nothing is more important than sharing oxygen and touching and hugging and releasing emotion and crying and being together and realizing the common humanity of everything you experience and the oneness, right? And doing the work in person and retreating out of the silos that we function in, even though we're wildly connected and there's, we could be hanging out with you and you're in 13 different countries right now, and that's amazing. Nothing is more important for your inner game success and for everything that you want than getting into a room and being together. So as a result of that, and because a lot of my success, I do it for myself, I go to at least 2 or 3 events a year, because that's what has always catapulted me the most, because magic happens when you're inside of a container, right? It's kind of like if you've ever been to Vegas and you're inside and you have no idea what time it is outside, like the world could be stopping, you have no idea what's going on, and it doesn't matter because you are in this container. It is that powerful. So Worthy Human Live is going to also be, by the way, in January in Florida. Okay?
Yeah.
So let's just talk about that. There's no more beautiful place on earth than Palm Beach, Florida in January. So the actual event is taking place at the O Palm Beach, at the five-star resort, which, by the way, environment is a major influencer. If you don't know that already, you're going to learn that. So you're going to come, we're going to be together for 3 days. We are going to do deep inner child work. You are going to release the 30 years of suppressed emotion that you have been sitting on. You are going to release whatever blocks you have to accepting the fact that I'm telling you you're enough, because you're just going to be done playing that game because it's not serving you at all. We're going to spend the day 2 in mindset, in real mindset work, tools, techniques, understanding your narratives, patterns. How have you been showing up since whatever trauma went down when you were younger, right? And reversing those things. We're going to have an epic pajama party on night 2, okay? Because to know me also, I prefer, like I am right now, to be braless and barefoot all the time. So we're going to have a pajama party because I don't want to put a dress on. So we're going to have a pajama party and hang out and have a blast and connect. And then our final day is all about embodiment. It's all about future self. It's all about really understanding and taking away some of the myths of manifestation and really understanding how to make powerful decisions about the woman you're becoming, right? And I say the woman because this is not, is it going to catapult your business? Yes. Why is that? Because it's about you.
Yep.
Right? It's the work of you.
Yeah.
That's the ticket. So we spend that whole day really focused on how do I make decisions from the woman I'm becoming instead of the woman I showed up as in this room. And that's the thing about live events, which I'm sure you can attest to. You come in as you are and you leave the next version of yourself in 3 days. It's that incredible. So that's what I want you guys to come do.
I love it. How can we find out more?
Okay. So go straight to my website. It's the easiest way, thelitfactor.com. It's lit with 2 T's, so it's Litt. Right on the homepage, you'll see Worthy Human Live. Click it, and it'll take you into the details and all the information. Also, because I'm doing Love Smack right now, I have a special offer for you guys, and it's right there on the page. You get $200 off the all-inclusive ticket. So I do want to mention that. It's all-inclusive, which means your 2-night stay at the 5-star resort, your 3-day personal growth event, your meals, and your pajama party for one price. All you need to do is get yourself there. And once you book, I give you the contact for my travel agent free. It costs you nothing. She'll help you do flights, transfers, whatever you need to take care of you. So all inclusive. You can get $200 off the ticket, and you get my Free Yourself course in forgiveness. It's a self-study course. It's audios and worksheets. It's amazing. You'll get it for life. It's a lifetime access course if you grab your ticket now.
I love it. I will put the link in the comments everywhere, in the description. Tracy, thank you so much. You are such a beautiful soul, and I absolutely love everything that you have shared with us and everything that you're doing.
Thank you so much. I adore you too. I love that the universe brought us together. Like really, when we met, it was like, and we're both like, oh, I'm gonna know you. We're gonna find you. We're gonna stalk each other.
We'll be friends.
Exactly. That was that. We will be friends. You want to be friends? Doesn't matter if you want to be friends, because we will be friends, which is the best. And happened at a live event, because when you go to places, you meet people. You make new connections with other women that are rising, that are done with the low level mediocrity, that are really, really ready to show up for this life.
Yes, yes, yes. I know everyone is loving this conversation. We would love to hear your takeaways and any questions that you have as well. So share them in the comments. I will make sure that Tracy sees them, that everything gets to her, and get the book. Check out the live event. Florida in January, dream come true. Tracy, I know we will be talking more. So this is goodbye.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I can't wait. I'm so grateful for this. Let me just say thank you again, because you are such a bright, phenomenal, shining light. You are like a walking permission slip for other women. And I think that's incredible. So thank you for being you. And really thank you for inviting me into your space, because it's a high honor. And I'm grateful.
Thank you. Well, Melissa says hello. She says, so good to see us both, that she loves the idea of braless and barefoot. Maggie says hi. Sarah says hi. We've got a lot of friends and fans here, old and new. So thank you, Tracy.
Thank you so much.
We'll talk soon.
Okay, sounds great.